Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Nora, your frugal friend. And in today's video, I'm going to break down my monthly budget with my 9 to 5 corporate job paychecks. Feeling a little naked because I did not put my engagement ring back on this morning. I don't sleep with it on, and I didn't grab it out of my jewelry dish, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, so let me flip this over and let me zoom in. Okay, so we're going to be budgeting for the month of August, and we're in 2026. We just got back from vacation. It was so much fun. Trying to find my mouse on my computer here. There we go. So we went to Hershey Park for a couple of days. We ended up staying a day longer. This is really shaking than we had originally planned. I did pretty good with my budget. I wanted to stay within $1,000, but that was just supposed to be for 2 nights. But since we stayed an extra night, I did go. I went over, but if we had budgeted for 3 nights, I would have budgeted $1,500. So I was actually technically under, I guess you could say. I did have extra money set aside because we really weren't sure if we were going to extend the stay or not. So I was over, but I was under, if that makes sense. 26, 27, 28, 29, and then 30, 31. Okay. So I put everything from the vacation on my Discover card. I really need to do a debt update because that probably doesn't make sense if you've been following me for a little bit. I need to do a debt update. But my Discover card has a 0 balance. So I put all of my expenses on the Discover card. It's already paid because I had the money saved. I'll do a debt update, and that will make sense how I was able to do that. But anyway, back to the month. So I got this new book off of Amazon. And excuse my setup, I'm literally on a tray in my living room because my coffee table is covered in toys because, yeah, that's my life right now. So excuse this awkward setup. Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna write out when things are due. So the 1st and the 15th, we pay daycare. And I'll do the costs on the other page. I do have a monthly prescription that I fill. I don't have a specific date to fill it because it's every 4 weeks. So I have it marked as the 2nd because it's usually the beginning of the month that I fill it. So, and then my Nespresso order is like the same thing. It's every 4 weeks, I think. Same thing with Chewy. So it looks like I have a whole bunch of stuff due all at the same time, but they're not huge amounts. My Amex will be due on the 5th, but there's no balance on that. Wow, I really do have a lot of bills due all at once, but that's why we budget. Student loans are the 9th. My student loans, my servicer is Nelnet, and I just enrolled in auto debit Discover would be due on the 14th. There's no balance due. I enrolled in auto debit. Oh my God, for my student loans. I'm trying to look at my notes here and write it down. TIA, the 15th, TIAA. And for 2 years, Nelnet is offering a I don't know if it's Nelnet or something that the government did. I don't know. But it's going to be a 1% reduction in interest for doing auto pay. So I was like, yep, I'll do that. So my TIAA loan is due on the 15th. My daughter's cell phone is due on the 17th. My storage unit is due on the 19th. Oh, and I get paid payday. NJM is paid through the year. Spotify comes out on the 20th. HBO Max is paid for the year. And T-Mobile is the 23rd. That's my cell phone. And then I have Upstart. Okay. So this is basically what my month looks like. My paydays are the 7th and the 21st. So the way that I break down my budget is so I got paid yesterday. So anything that's due from the 7th to the 20th gets paid out of this paycheck. And I break that down separately on a Google sheet. I have tabs for each pay period. So all of this stuff was taken care of in the paycheck before. That's why it's kind of hard for me to do a monthly budget, because these were like, that's July money, and then obviously it's going to repeat again, because then my next payday, first, second, third, is the 4th. So then these bills would come out of, if that makes sense, right? So then that would be daycare again. And then that would be, the 2nd would be my meds. So, I mean, I guess it really doesn't change, because these are like my fixed bills. That's the 3rd, and then this is payday again. So, yeah, I don't know. It makes sense in my head. I have all these stickers that it came with, but I don't know what to do with them. So, let's just go here. Let me scroll up. Okay. So my income, now I do have two variable sources of income. I don't include them in this budget because variable is just that. Sometimes it comes, sometimes it doesn't. So I don't include them in these budgets. Oh no, did I break my calculator? Oh, okay, the battery is just, okay. So my paychecks are the same from my corporate. Why does it say actual? It is going to be actual because it doesn't change. Okay. So my paychecks don't change from my corporate job. I'm salaried, so that doesn't change. So when we're looking at the month, I don't pay the rent for the apartment because I give the payment to the daycare. So I don't, my fiance pays it out of his check. I pay the daycare out of my check, and I also pay the health insurance for the kids out of my paycheck. So that's just how we decided to split it. So the only thing that I have in this section would be phone, which is my daughter's phone. So it's $55 for her phone, and then $159, oops, for mine. So that's $214. TV, internet. No, I guess that doesn't count here. So, okay. That's food is a variable expense. I'm not gonna put that in just yet. And healthcare, insurance, medical, I'm gonna write prescription. Is $25. That never changes. Car payment is nothing. Insurance is paid for the year. Fuel, that's variable. Maintenance, bus, train, taxi, I don't have. All right, personal is variable. Okay. So my loans, my student loans, the minimum payment this month, what was it this month? $208 for this month. Now credit cards I'm gonna leave as 0 because I'm using my credit cards out of my budgeted money. So like I'm going to be using my Discover card for my gas because that's the 5% cashback bonus. I put my groceries between my BJ's credit card and my Amex because I get the most cash back in those categories on those cards. And that's really all I have and all I use. So I don't carry over a balance, so I'm gonna leave it as 0 because there's nothing like due. So actually I'm gonna go back to the car because I do the car insurance. Not the car insurance, the car wash is $38. I'm just gonna go down my list in order that they're due because it's gonna confuse me. So we're gonna do, there's no section, okay. We'll do daycare. And I pay $640 every 2 weeks. Now that's rounded up because it's like $638 and change. But they just apply the credit, and then every few months I just, pay what's due, if that makes sense. Nespresso. So I have a Nespresso order on auto ship because I make my coffee at home. And that order comes out to about $85. I probably am gonna pause, like skip the delivery for September because I think I'm gonna have too much coffee. I can't believe I'm gonna say that, but I still have a full box that I haven't opened yet that was delivered, and that was my August box, I think. I can't remember, but I have a lot of coffee right now, so I think I can skip the next shipment, but we'll see. So Buddy's food, my cat Buddy, there's no section. So I like this book, but I kind of don't because it's not very detailed, but I guess it's better to not be too specific so that, I don't know, you don't really have like too many unused categories, whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Student loans I got. Daycare I got. Okay. TIAA is $259 for the month. Bark I got. My storage. I'm going to put storage under the personal. And that is $120 a month. I don't do a gym membership, and that's I consider the rest of that variable. Let's see. Okay, so I have a Spotify listen to me, subscription. That's about $8 a month. Oh, you know what I didn't put on here? I didn't put my Cinemark on here. Where did my Cinemark go? I forgot to add that into my, I don't know, it used to be on there. Cinemark, that's the movie club, is $13. Upstart, this is a crazy amount, $455. I'm gonna do a debt update, so that makes sense. Did I get everything? Yeah, okay. So, what I do now is I start 35, 42 is my income, okay, for the month. I'm gonna subtract, now everything that I wrote out here are bills, they have to be paid. They come out like automatically. I mean, I guess we could argue Nespresso, if I could spell it right, and the car wash, but whatever. I can cancel those, whatever. These bills are coming out regardless. So I'm gonna take my income and I'm gonna subtract each item. So minus 214, minus 85, minus 25, minus 38, minus 120, minus 8, minus 13, minus 208, minus 259, minus 455, minus 1280, minus 53. So that leaves me with $784. But I have to do gas for my car. I have to do laundry. And obviously I need groceries. So let's start with groceries. Actually, no, let's start with laundry. Laundry, I've been doing $60 every 2 weeks. I have been having money left over, but I'm gonna write this up here so I remember the number. I put 784 up there. Laundry, I'm gonna do 120 again because I do need to wash the sheets and blankets on all our beds, and that's always a higher laundry mat visit. Gas for my car. I'm torn what to budget here because I've been doing 90 and that's sort of enough. But gas prices have been going up again, and then they come down, then they go up. So I think I'm gonna stick with the 90 every 2 weeks and call it 180 minus 180. Okay, 484. Let me go to my paycheck breakdown over here. All right. Oh, you know what? No, I budgeted. I did do the 120. So I think it would, wait. If I do 120 times 2, 240. Okay, so 240. So where was I? 784 minus laundry 120 minus gas 240, 424. Okay. So I know for this pay period I budgeted 150 for groceries. So Yeah, I think I can do that for the month. I think I can do the 300 for the month for groceries. So, and this is where it's easier for me to budget by paycheck versus the month, because the pay periods will vary depending on what's due. So that's why I keep a separate Google sheet for like the paycheck breakdown. Okay. So this will just be for the month. So I got everything. So I have 124 left over. So I'm just gonna put that up in savings. Left over 124. I think I did something wrong because it seems like it's low. It's, no, maybe not. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I mean, these are my bills for the month. So then I have these sheets, can't see it, expense trackers. I'm gonna do my best, y'all, to fill these in as I go. It's kind of hard for me to remember to do that. So we'll see how that goes. But I mean, I have expense like trackers in my wallet for each category. So I guess it doesn't really matter, but anywho, that's my budget for the month. Ooh. And I think I'm gonna have to do a debt update for y'all because a lot has changed. So that's it. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.